Being in debt means giving up choices, means staying at a job you hate because it pays good money, means not being able to build a decent savings account. My biggest mistake was not thinking about the future and using credit cards to live beyond my means. I got myself into debt in my mid-20s by spending, and on stupid things like clothes, eating out, movies. I learnt my lesson and now I'm living within my means on a strict budget that will allow me to be debt-free in 2 years. All of my debt is now on cards with APRs between 0% and 4.99%. I have a small but growing savings account, a pension, and a plan to achieve financial freedom. Melissa Brown, 28. Hi, this is Sandra, walking in purpose, wishing you tremendous wealth and a healthy lifestyle. Today's book review is going to be by Ramit Sethi. I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. Grab a pen and pad and note down these 10 key learning points. Alright, key learning point number 1. Make sure you know where you are in terms of your credit score and your credit report. Make sure you know where you are in terms of your credit score and your credit report. So in order to get a credit report and a credit score, there's companies like Experian. He also gives other names of the other companies that you can use. So one of the key learning points that he gives, which is to me is one of the most important one, is know where you are now in terms of your finances. So find out what you are in terms of your credit report and where you are now in terms of your credit score. You know, where are you? And at least then you would actually know where you stand. And if you got great credit report, then fantastic. If you haven't got a fantastic credit report, then that's fine. You can do something about it, and he teaches you what you can do about it in order to build up your credit report and your credit score, so you can get it up there and you could be in a win-win situation rather than a losing situation. So find out where you are in terms of your credit report and credit score. Key learning point number 2. Ramit teaches you how to build your credit card and so that you can maximize the points on the credit card and you can take advantage of so many goody things that you can have. So if you have a credit card and you have a good credit report, he teaches you how to use that credit card in order for you to use it wisely so that you can actually gain from it and you can have more control of what you do with it, and you can win loads of prizes and get loads of rewards from it. And one of the things he teaches you also is how to negotiate your APR so you can reduce it down to as low as you can get it. So in the book, there's a script that teaches you how to lower your APR so you can get the best. So if you are in good credit condition, then he teaches you how to use a credit card, and that's wonderful. All right, this is key learning point number 3. Ramit teaches you how to pay off your credit card debt if you have credit card debt. So he uses 2 methods. One is the Dave Ramsey method, where it's called the snowball method, whereby you pick a debt which has the lowest interest rate and then you pay off first, and then you snowball it to another debt and snowball it to another debt. Or you can choose the standard method, whereby you pay the debt with the highest APR, and you can decide whichever one you feel is suitable for you and your personality, and you're going to crush that debt. Okay, so in the book, I Will Teach You to Be Rich, Ramit Sethi does teach you how to pay off your credit card debt. Key learning point number 4. So one of the things that Ramit teaches you is to open up a bank account that pays the highest interest rate, and also open up a savings account that pays the highest interest rate. If you're like me and you've got the bank account that your mother opened up for you 20 years ago, stop, do some research and find out the best bank account that can help you make more money. And one of the things that he actually advises you to use is one of my favorite website, which is called Money Saving Expert by Martin Lewis. Ramit asks you to go onto the Money Savings Expert by Martin Lewis. He actually gives you an idea on how much interest rate a bank account actually pays you, and he also gives you an idea how much interest rate a savings account can actually pay you. So, key learning point number 4, make sure you do your research and open up a bank account that best serves you. Key learning point number 5, right? If you don't like budgeting, why not choose the conscious spending plan that Ramit Sethi has in this book? He has a huge chapter on the conscious spending plan, and what he says is automate your money to go into 4 basic areas. 1, a fixed account that pays out your bills. 2nd, an investment account. 3rdly, a savings account. And 4thly, a guilty-free spending account. So if you are uncomfortable with budgets, or you've tried budgeting and it hasn't worked for you, why not try the conscious spending plan? And what I like about the conscious spending plan is the fact that what he's saying is forget about the latte factor, or the lattes, and not being able to spend money on what you want. With this budget, you would have your guilt-free spending account where it allows you to spend on things that you love spending your money on. So for example, I love spending my money on exercise tapes and videos. So I've got about 20 of them. So this guilt-free account will allow me to actually go out there and spend my money on buying exercise tapes and videos. What else do I like spending my money on? Oh yeah, I like spending my money on lipsticks, on good lipsticks, So what he's saying is go out and spend your money as you want, because you have that free, guilt-free spending account. But that's it. If the money goes and it's finished, and you don't have any money in that account, you can't go out and spend the money. So if your friend says to you, would you like to come out for dinner, and you know the money is not in the account, you can simply say, no, I'm sorry, I don't have the money. Oh, sorry, my system doesn't allow me because I've already spent that money. Okay, so definitely check out his conscious spending plan. It works for you if a budget doesn't work for you. Or you can use both the budget and the conscious spending plan. Key learning point number 6. Ramit, in his book, he does emphasize the fact that you must have at least a 6-month emergency fund. So put away at least 6 months emergency fund. However, I have seen his interviews lately, and he's actually saying try and get a 24 months emergency fund because of the situation that's going on right now with the COVID-19 and any crisis that you may encounter. He says have a 24 months emergency spending fund, so that you know that you are safe in situations like this. So he does definitely emphasize that. And if you can't do 24 months, then do 6 months, but at least have one. That's key learning point number 6. Key learning point number 7. Ramit mentions in his book about having a buffer. So if you're spending £500 each month as your guilty-free spending money, create another £500 buffer. So you overspend the £500, for example, that month, or you go over 550, you would have created yourself a buffer, and that buffer would allow you to have that little bit more spending money. What it means is that you're actually creating yourself an overdraft for yourself, so you never have to actually go to and go into a bank overdraft, because you've actually created your own overdraft by creating that buffer. And I think that's amazing. I think that's a good idea. I think that's a brilliant idea. Key learning point number 8. If you want to learn how to invest your money, Ramit teaches you how to invest your money, and he also tells you how he invests his money so that you can become as rich as him. He teaches you how to invest your money. In the book, he also talks about the so-called experts that tell you that they can help you invest your money. He tells you how to watch out for them and why you should watch out for them. And in practice, he says that you can actually invest your money yourself as long as you learn how to do it and how to do it well. Key learning point number 9. Ramit does talk about the rich life. So you're automating your money. You have everything worked out in terms of your credit cards. What about thinking about eventualities, things that you need in the future? For example, if you want to get married or if you want to have a baby, why not save up for the money now? One of the things that he does advise about is, for example, if you want to get married in the future and you don't have a boyfriend, start saving the money now, because you know that you want to get married. So when you do get proposed to and you have that date, you know you've got that money already set aside so you can spend as much as you want on your wedding. Another example he gives is if you want to have a baby in the future, then start saving up for the money for that baby so that when you do have that baby, you would have as much money as you ready for that baby, so you can spend as much as you want on nappies. Okay, so and I think that's a very, very good point. So learning point number 9, think about the things you want in the future, and even if you don't want them now but you want them in the future, start saving for them now and put away money for those things, because when you do get the opportunity and you do decide that you really want that car, you would have that money. And if you decide that you really now are ready to get married and you find your lovely man or you find your lovely lady, then you would have the money ready and you won't even have to worry about how much you're spending on your wedding or how much you're spending on your child or how much you're going to spend on that car, because that money will be ready for you. So basically what he's saying is you can spend as much as you want as long as you have the money for it and you don't have to borrow it for the money. Key learning point number 10, Ramit does emphasize in the book, is that if you want to give, you can give, but obviously know how much you're giving, and obviously don't live above your means and give above your means. Just give, but make sure you know how much you're giving, and also research the charities you're giving to, so you know where your money is being spent and how well your money is being spent. Just one last point, Ramit does mention the fact that living a rich life is not just about having money. Living a rich life means more than being rich. And if you feel like you've learned a lot from the book or the points that I've given you, please pass on the information to somebody else who may benefit from this information. Like my book review, give it a thumbs up. If you want more book reviews, subscribe to my channel, and I will make sure that I will serve you well and give you books that will change your destiny. Until next time, this is Sandra, walking in purpose, wishing you tremendous wealth and a healthy lifestyle. Thank you and see you soon.